We stand at the crossroads of destiny, caught in the relentless tide of life's storms. In those fleeting moments of quiet, we seek solace, perhaps through prayer, perhaps in our own thoughts. But what is prayer to a Stoic? Is it a cry for divine intervention, a plea for mercy, or something deeper, something far more profound? The ancient Stoics did not bow before the capricious whims of fortune or seek refuge in the unpredictable tides of fate. Their strength was built on trust, not in the fickleness of external forces, but in their own inner fortitude, their own capacity for resilience. And so we too must learn to trust, in our prayers, in our own hearts, and in the power of self-mastery. Epictetus, the great Stoic sage, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Prayer, for the Stoic, is not an escape from the trials that life forces upon us. It is not a hope for an easy path or the removal of obstacles. No, prayer, for the Stoic, is a reaffirmation of strength. It is a trust in our own ability to confront suffering and transcend it. To rise, not because we are granted favor from the gods, but because we have prepared ourselves, through relentless discipline and unyielding will, to face whatever comes. Let us look to Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, who taught us that the key to resilience lies not in external circumstances, but in the state of our own minds. In his Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Prayer, then, is not a request for life to become easy. It is a recognition that our true power lies within us, in the way we choose to confront our fears, our anger, our frustrations. In this world, we are bound to face turmoil. Destructive emotions will rise. Anger when injustice strikes, sorrow when loss arrives unbidden, fear when the future grows uncertain. These emotions are not our enemies. They are the test of our character. How we respond to them defines us. It is not the storm that matters, but how we weather it. And here, Stoicism offers us the greatest tool, self-control. When we pray, we must not pray for the end of suffering, but for the strength to endure it. We pray not for victory, but for the courage to persist. In our prayers, we ask not for the impossible, but for the wisdom to know that we can endure the inevitable. The Stoic does not seek a life free of pain. Instead, we pray for the fortitude to remain unmoved in the face of pain, the clarity to see the path forward even when the world is shrouded in shadow. Seneca, too, reminds us of this vital lesson. He teaches, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Prayer in this light is the acceptance of life's trials as opportunities for growth, as crucibles in which our character is forged. The Stoic does not fear the fire. We welcome it, for we know that it is in the furnace of hardship that our true strength is revealed. So we pray, not for an easy life, but for the wisdom to accept what comes, the courage to act with virtue in the face of adversity, and the resilience to stand firm when all around us falters. We pray not to escape suffering, but to endure it with dignity and grace. In the end, the Stoic prayer is not for change, but for transformation. To pray as a Stoic is to trust, not in the whims of fortune, but in our own ability to rise above, to meet the world with unshaken resolve, and to conquer ourselves in the face of chaos. In this trust, we find our power. In this power, we find our peace. And in this peace, we find our victory. And so, we arrive at the truth. The Stoic prayer is not a plea for life to be gentler, or for the storms to cease. It is a call to awaken the strength within us, to stand tall in the face of adversity, to meet hardship with calm resolve. It is in the crucible of suffering that we discover our true character, forged not by the absence of pain, but by our ability to endure it with virtue. Let us, then, take the wisdom of the Stoics and carry it with us. Let us trust in our capacity for resilience. In moments of doubt, let us remember that we are not alone. We are warriors of the mind, guided by the timeless teachings of those who came before us. We are the masters of our own fate, not by the hands of others, but through our unwavering control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When life calls upon us to endure, we will respond not with fear, but with strength. When the world pushes against us, we will stand firm, not because we are immune to suffering, but because we have prepared ourselves to meet it with dignity and grace. So trust in your prayer, trust in your strength, and trust in your journey. For in the quiet moments of reflection, we find the power to rise, not as victims of fate, but as conquerors of ourselves. And in that victory, we find peace. If you found this wisdom empowering, don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Zeus channel. Join us in our journey to master the mind, embrace resilience, and walk the path of Stoic strength. Keep rising, keep enduring.